Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Okay, so this reading's for Sagittarius. This is your bonus birthday reading. For anyone who watched the monthly reading, you know that I said I would do this reading separately. So look at that. We have the Judgment card, which actually came up, not this card itself, but the theme came up in the reading. And then your energy, of course, which did come up in the last reading, Princess of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If you have other fire energy in your chart, or if you're dealing with a fire sign, you may want to go check out some of the other readings, because there's definitely a lot of fire energy in the air. And certainly it could be because we're in your birthday season, of course, right? So again, happy birthday to all the Sagittariuses out there. All right, let's get into it. We're going to do a 5-card change reading. I've been picking up on the number 5 for y'all a lot. Oh, look at that, 10 of Pentacles. I love it. Let's cut there. Okay, and then we'll get some Oracle guidance cards at the end. I'm going to try to keep this one pretty short. Queen of Cups, which just literally came up as the first card in the other reading. Y'all are definitely in your heart space. The High Priestess, which literally came up in the other reading. The Princess of Wands. I know that some of y'all are like, you did not shuffle, but that card did not come up in the other reading. So, you know what? I had a feeling that this would kind of happen when I started the first video. I was like, I'm just going to do the reading straight through. And I knew I was going to use the same deck, which normally for the birthday readings, I change it. But for some reason I didn't. And the 4 of Swords. Okay, so those 2 cards didn't come out in the reading. And look at that, Ace of Cups. And again, thematically, this showed up in your other reading, pouring into yourself so that there's an abundance of love that surrounds you. So at the heart of the reading, which wasn't at the heart of the reading in the last part, it was the first card though. At the heart of the reading, you are in your heart space, Sagittarius, okay? You could also be connecting with a water sign, of course, with all the water energy that we have out here, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But I just really feel like, you're thinking about it's almost like you're asking yourself the question of how does my heart feel, right? And that might sort of unveil, questions and or answers about, any type of relationships, romantic, friendships, family dynamics, your relationship with work, your overall relationship with life, and how you sort of feel. I also feel this, right, and it's coming a little bit from this High Priestess energy as well, because in the other reading, they came up side by side too, and I feel like that's part of the transformation that's happening for you. Is just you're really elevating spiritually, okay? Especially for those of y'all who may in fact be involved with spiritual work, or even those of y'all who sort of may be artists or creatives, right, which I consider to be spiritual work. But really, I mean, that classification can be so broad. People who make things, people who make food, people who provide service, people who care for other people, nurses, right? All of these are sort of spiritual callings and careers, so to speak. So again, I feel like there's this transformation in terms of that respect, right? Your higher self and your higher calling that's happening. And it seems to be really balancing you out here, right? Because especially with all that water energy, it's balancing out the fire energy, almost like it's taming the fire. Not that it's diminishing your power or your light, but it's wielding control over it, almost I used this metaphor recently and I loved it, of a lasso, reining it in, but not in a kind of constricting way. It's for your sort of own good, right? But it's a sort of self-discipline. So in the past energy, you have the Princess of Wands. And again, this feels like you came up in the last reading as well, but of course could be another fire energy that you're connecting with as well, another Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. But I do feel this sort of, again, this newness, or kind of a resurgence, or, some sort of new sort of opportunity or offer, or, something that sort of sparked your interest. It feels really good, and again, apply it how it may resonate. For some of you, it may resonate more so for work. For some of you, it may more so resonate with someone that you're connecting with. Okay. And I do also feel this sort of evolution. So it could be maybe you're, reaching a certain new height of your career path, right? Doesn't mean that there's that it's something entirely new, or that there's a change associated with it. It's a change in growth and stature and level. right? You have the Prince of Cups coming out here. I always strongly get Scorpio energy off of this card. I'm actually feeling like I'm getting two things off of this. Like, I'm either getting that it's like an internal kind of conflict, right? Like sort of that conflict of like, I want better, I want more, but like struggling to like actually, again, sort of have the discipline to, achieve that. Or it's like a totally external party, right? Which feels like kind of almost even like tangential to sort of the rest of the situation or the connection, if that's how it's applying. And I almost, because I'm feeling this sense of someone sort of like watching something happen or watching some other people doing something, but not actually participating either. And again, it could sort of be a shedding sort of an old self, right? Like, especially if you've been sort of like coming into and like blossoming and opening up and exploring your heart space, maybe this is like the old version of self that had like a more calcified and hardened heart, right? So crowning you, you have the Four of Swords. I can pick that up. And I feel like, right, it's the crowning energy. And basically what it's saying is like, take some time for self, right? Take time out for, Four of Swords is always about reflection, rest, like literal rest, sleep, naps during the day, meditation, like doing things that, can sort of, things that you would do, like if you're looking for sort of, again, spiritual kind of grounding, or if you're looking for like guidance or advice, right? Like sort of like going to yourself, or even going to like your sort of close community of support, whether that's, again, your friends and your family, or, another person, or, it could even be sort of like your spiritual guides and support team, or some combination thereof, right? Really beautiful energy coming out for your birthday season, Sag. I do feel like, again, there's a lot of change that's happening, but it almost is like, not to use sort of like a cliche, but it almost feels like the quiet before the storm, but not a bad storm, like a good storm. For your oracle, I actually think I'm gonna get a spirit animal oracle, and you're the first reading I've done on this channel where I'll have used this card deck. But yeah, I'm just really feeling called kind of to like nature and connecting with animals. Recently, sort of, a more collective message, but also in particular in terms of your reading. Okay, Bee Spirit just came up. Sweet results await. Bobcat Spirit, life is a mystery. I'm chuckling because literally the card that was at the heart of your reading in the monthly reading, rather, in the December monthly, was the Moon card. And that was part of the message of it, was like, you can't know everything, actually. So that's super poignant. Again, I would encourage you to go and watch that video. And again, I had intended to do them together, but something happened in the middle of recording it, so I changed my mind. Okay. Number 8, which is also a card, of manifestation and abundance. So Bobcat Spirit, life is a mystery. Just be forewarned, these are a little bit longer messages. They're great, but it's a little bit longer, and I'm going to read the whole thing. Oracle message. The Bobcat moves furtively and mysteriously, and when Bobcat Spirit appears to you, she brings a powerful reminder that not all things in life can be explained or understood through the power of the intellect. Trying to figure things out, find logical explanations, or predict what will happen based on reason and facts will not provide you with the certainty and comfort you seek. Bobcat asks you to trust in the great mystery and let the secrets of the universe reveal themselves to you through direct experience. Allow your vision to slip into soft focus, and you will see between the lines and observe what has been hidden there all along. Bobcat Spirit helps you Bobcat spirit helps you know intimately the pulse of the divine in the world, trust in the wisdom and revelations that come to you, yet know that understanding may not come as you would like it to. What you experience through your heart and intuition, which comes to you as the voice of your inner knowing, will guide you now as you accept the secrecy is woven into the fabric of existence. No matter what, the appearance of Bobcat spirit is a sign that you are being called to trust, even when what is revealed does not agree with your need for intellectual certainty. Woo, that's a read. That is such a read. This deck and this guidance book are amazing. My friend Gary gave it to me. He's Gangsta Gary. He's on YouTube. He's on Twitter. He's on Instagram. You can find him. As I was reading that, I was like, I have to thank him again for this. This is such a powerful tool. So, protection message. Bobcat spirit tells you this is not a time to reveal your deepest, most cherished dreams and desires to others, but rather a time to be quiet and gentle with yourself as truths begin to emerge in your awareness. Self-protection is called for, so be discerning, selective, and even secretive. I don't know why I said it that way. Revealing no more than is necessary, right? On a need-to-know basis. I love that. People have a way of imposing their opinions on you, so pay attention to whom you surround yourself with at this time. Be watchful and check your own motives as well as those of others as you keep your secrets to yourself for now, rather than expose them to those who may potentially misunderstand your intentions or may not be supportive. Let your logical mind take a rest, right? Four of Swords, as you start to perceive the energy of your environment. Bobcat spirit wants you to be stealthy and wise and keep your own counsel. Let yourself be a mystery yet to be revealed. I love that. Oh, wow. This is really, really good. And to that point, right, like I was saying, that moon card at the heart of the reading in the last reading was can talk about keeping things sort of cloaked or hidden, right? And that's part of what that message in the card was about, keeping things to yourself for now and protecting that, right? Protecting that energy. So like a baby kind of. All right. So Sagittarius, again, thank you so much for watching. If the reading resonated, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I do offer a birthday reading discount if that's something that interests you. You can take a look on my website, or again, feel free to reach out to me on social media. If you'd like to donate to support this work, there are ways to do that down below. I also have a newsletter that you can subscribe to. The mid-month readings, I forgot to say this in the monthly, but the mid-month readings will be year ahead card spread. So those were like some of the first readings that I did for the channel, late last year to early this year. So if you want to go back, there's a playlist. You can look at the year ahead card spread for 2020. Come and check out the one that I'll be doing for 2021 again later this month. And again, that's another sort of reading that I offer as a personal reading. There are several, so do check out the website, especially if these readings are resonating. Perhaps you want some more personalized guidance, especially if you're coming into a new sort of spiritual cycle or part of your life. Okay, so Saggies, again, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Bye.